Welcome back to Next Bike World, the place where we dive into the latest and most exciting machines redefining two-wheel culture. Today we're taking a closer look at a bike that has stirred up curiosity, excitement, and even a little bit of controversy at the 2026 Honda Ruckus 750R. Yes, you heard that right. Honda has taken the quirky little urban scooter we all know as the Ruckus and transformed it into something wild, aggressive, and performance-focused, creating a machine that feels more like a mini street fighter than the funky city runabout of old. This is a bold move from Honda, and it has the motorcycle community buzzing. Let's break it down and see what makes this new Ruckus 750R such a unique ride. First, let's talk about design. The Ruckus has always had a reputation for being unconventional, a stripped-down, bare-bones scooter with a rugged frame and minimalist appeal. But the 2026 Ruckus 750R takes that spirit and amplifies it to a whole new level. This isn't just a scooter anymore, it's a muscular, aggressive, and futuristic street machine. The steel tube exoskeleton frame is still visible, paying homage to the original Ruckus DNA. But it's been refined and reinforced to handle the increased power of a 750cc parallel twin engine. The bike looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, with angular LED headlights, sharp bodywork accents, and a squat, purposeful stance that makes it look ready to attack the streets. Honda also gave it lightweight aluminum panels, exposed bolts, and customizable body kits so riders can give their Ruckus a truly personal touch. The 750R is a fusion of scooter practicality and naked sport bike aggression, and that's a combination we don't see very often. Under the seat, or more accurately, integrated into the frame, you'll find the heart of this beast, Honda's 749cc liquid-cooled parallel twin, tuned specifically for urban dominance and spirited riding. If you're familiar with Honda's Africa twin line, you'll recognize the DNA, but here it's been dialed in for quick acceleration and mid-range punch rather than ultra-touring power. The result is around 72 horsepower with a strong torque curve peaking low in the rev range, making it ideal for zipping through traffic, powering out of corners, and giving riders a rush on the open road. This is a huge leap from the old 49cc Ruckus that barely managed 40 miles per hour. The 750R will comfortably cruise at highway speeds, and with the top speed in the 120 miles per hour range, it's no longer just a city commuter, it's a legitimate motorcycle. Performance is further enhanced by Honda's advanced electronics package. The Ruckus 750R features ride-by-wire throttle, multiple riding modes including urban, sport, and eco, as well as Honda selectable torque control for added grip in wet or slippery conditions. ABS is standard, and for the first time ever in the Ruckus lineup, you get a quick shifter option for clutchless upshifts, adding to the sporty feel. Honda even included a launch control feature, which feels almost cheeky on a bike that started life as a humble scooter. But that's exactly the point. This is a Ruckus reimagined, built for a new generation of riders who want practicality without giving up excitement. Handling is another area where Honda made big strides. The Ruckus 750R rides on a lightweight trellis-style frame, with inverted 41mm show-off forks up front and a monoshock rear suspension tuned for a mix of comfort and agility. The wheelbase is compact, making the bike nimble in tight city corners, but it's also stable at higher speeds. The 17-inch wheels wrapped in sporty radial tires give it real grip and confidence, while dual front disc brakes and a single rear disc provide plenty of stopping power. Honda managed to keep the curb weight around 400 pounds, which makes the bike light and flickable compared to other mid-size street machines. Riders will find it easy to maneuver in traffic but also surprisingly capable when carving through twisty back roads. Comfort hasn't been ignored either. The 2026 Ruckus 750R has a redesigned saddle with a stepped design, giving both rider and passenger decent support for longer rides. The foot peg position is adjustable, letting you fine-tune your ergonomics depending on whether you want a more upright urban riding stance or a slightly sportier crouch. The handlebars are wide and flat, contributing to the street fighter aesthetic while giving riders precise control. And because the Ruckus was always about practicality, Honda included underseat storage that's big enough for a helmet and a small bag, along with USB-C charging ports to keep your devices powered on the go. A full-color TFT display replaces the old analog dials, with Bluetooth connectivity, navigation integration, and even ride statistics to track your performance. When it comes to fuel efficiency, the 750R does surprisingly well for a bike of its size. Honda claims around 55 miles per gallon, which means you can get solid range from its 4-gallon tank. That makes it both a capable daily commuter and a weekend fun machine. And because it's Honda, reliability and low maintenance are baked into the formula. This is a machine you can ride hard without constantly worrying about breakdowns or expensive upkeep. Now let's talk about the unique selling points. What really sets the Ruckus 750R apart is its identity. There's simply nothing else quite like it on the market. It's part scooter, part naked bike, part urban scrambler. It appeals to riders who love the rebellious, stripped-down vibe of the original Ruckus but wanted something with real muscle. At the same time, it attracts sport bike fans who are curious about a machine that blends utility with attitude. The 750R also has a strong customization culture built in. Honda designed it with modular panels, accessory mounts, and easy-to-swap components, so owners can create their own unique look and feel. Whether you want it slammed with urban graphics, kitted out with cargo racks, or stripped even further into a raw street fighter, the 750R invites personalization in a way few modern bikes do. Pricing is another big talking point. Honda has positioned the 2026 Ruckus 750R at around $9,499 in the US market. That puts it in competition with mid-range naked bikes like the Yamaha Mount 07 or Kawasaki's E650. But the Ruckus brings its own charm and practicality that those bikes don't necessarily offer. It's not the cheapest option, but given the performance, technology, and Honda's reputation for reliability, the value is strong. So who is this bike really for? In our view, the Ruckus 750R is for riders who want something bold, something different, and something that blends everyday usability with real excitement. It's for city dwellers who want to commute in style but also hit the back roads on the weekend. It's for people who love the original Ruckus for its quirky personality but always wish it had more bite. And it's for younger riders who want a bike that stands out in a sea of predictable designs. The 2026 Honda Ruckus 750R is more than just a bigger engine slapped into an old frame. It's Honda rethinking what a lightweight urban motorcycle can be. It's practical yet powerful, stylish yet functional, rebellious yet reliable. In many ways, it represents the evolution of a cult classic into a fully fledged motorcycle, while still keeping the playful, go-anywhere spirit that made the Ruckus so beloved in the first place. So, would you ride this all-new Ruckus 750R? Does it live up to the hype? Or do you think Honda went too far reinventing such a quirky icon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Next Bike World for more reviews, news, and breakdowns of the hottest rides hitting the market. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.